The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's, by the way, I am not a big believer in the benefits of AI at this moment. But if it can fix my email, then I'll believe it. And so far, no one's done that with email.
How could it possibly fix your email?
It should know what I want to see and what's relevant to me based upon, how about the transcript of my show? Or, I mean, all these wonderful inputs I can give it. How come it can't do that? No one has fixed email for me. When you do that, then I'll be a little more of a believer in AI. Right now, I think it's a great parlor trick. I think it's keeping the stock market afloat. We've gone through 3 AI winters. It even has its own wiki page, AI winter. It comes and goes. At a certain point, it was Lisp was the programming language, and then that went away, and then funding dries up, and now it's like, what? We don't really need $100 million to build a model. Oh, but wait a minute, they stole that from you, so you can copy. I run these models at home on my own computer. I run the Llama model, which is Meta. They've open sourced it. I've run the French one, whatever their frog model, whatever they call it. And then DeepSeek, you can also just load that on your own computer, and it's not very impressive. I mean, it's just not. The error rate is too high, so I'm skeptical of it really taking off, and I certainly don't think it's sentient or anything of that kind.
I think it's on its way, and I think also the versions that we're getting are not the versions they're currently working on, and the people that I know that are in the loop at the highest levels of AI are alarmed, including Elon. I had a conversation with Elon. We were in line together to go to church the day of the inauguration. It just happened to be right next to him. Mm-hmm. And we just walked through together. I'm like, hey, what's up? And that's all I wanted to talk about was the leaps that Grok AI is making. And he's like, it's like weekly we're shocked. Mm-hmm. And I think this thing is exponential. And when they start attaching large language models to quantum computing, it's going to get very, very weird.
That's the pivot I'm waiting for when people
that's
start.
That's coming, man, and that's going to be like an asteroid hitting the Yucatan.
We've been waiting for quantum computers to actually work for 30 years, and it's always 10 years away, and right now it's 10 years away.
Yeah, but right now they're able to do things with them. They're able to solve very complicated algorithms. I'm not an expert in this, but there was one computation they did, and that may be a computation it could do. It's not necessary that you can give it any computation. But the computations that it's doing are so insanely complex that they believe it's proof of the multiverse.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah, you're not buying it.
No, not at all.
Really?
No, not for a second.
How come?
Because
How dare you?
I know. I'm a Luddite. I'm a Luddite. Look at me.
How dare you crush my dreams?
I believe in this.
Yeah. I've got no smoke signal in my car.
For a number of reasons. One is I'm not using it. I am the techno guy. I've always been early in computers, early in the internet, and I just can't find a use for it. When I find it does some simple things. It's very good at language. Honestly, if I was like, okay, here's my situation, I'm looking for Bible scripture, it'll come up with something good, and then I can say, and read it to me like a Baptist pastor, and it'll go, hey brother,
Right.
He'll do all that stuff. But okay, it has all of the translations of the Bible in it, and so it can predict reasonably what scripture will work. It's usually not all that great. It can do term papers. It can do, we're in a position now where people are putting their resume into ChatGPT, sending it off. Thousands of people are sending off for a job. And the other end, the people are taking that resume, putting it into ChatGPT and saying, please summarize this resume. I mean, that's insane. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, what are we doing here? That doesn't make any sense. If it can fix my email, I'll be very impressed. That's all I want. That's
Your
all
email
I
is
ask
a particular puzzle, though. That's the thing.
Everyone's email is a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like, the spammers get around stuff and they figure it out, and you say report a spam, and then it comes back in a different way, and and how many older people especially, but even people our age, who get scammed by these emails that look pretty convincing, and then the minute you click, then they're like, oh, I should put my password in, and then you're gone, you're done. There's a phone scam going around right now, which is unbelievable. They had me going for 15 minutes. I got a call it was 8 o'clock in the morning, right at 8 o'clock. And I'm about to walk the dog, so I press it to voicemail. I come back, I listen. This is the sheriff from Travis County, and it had a 512 number. And, I need to talk to you urgently. I'm like, okay, this is kind of messed up. I call back. I get someone. Oh, I want Sheriff so-and-so. Yeah, hold on a second. We'll transfer you. I'm hearing, like police radio chatter in the background. The guy gets on, and he's saying, well, you were an expert witness. You were called to be an expert witness in a case. I just happened to, and maybe this is not coincidence, I was asked to testify on someone's behalf in a case. And so you were supposed to be an expert witness in this case. You didn't show up. So you've basically broken federal law, and, we have to come and pick you up. And we have to, or you can pay a fine. And then I'm like, okay. And it just kept on going. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a sec. It sounded so real. And then at a certain point, he's like, well, you need to get a coupon to send this money. I'm like, I'm going to call my lawyer. You can't call your lawyer. I have a do not hang up order. I have to walk you through the whole process. I'm like, okay, now I got it. But that was 10, 15 minutes later.
Wow.
And a lot of people have fallen for this one. It's good.
Super sophisticated, huh?
Very
so
sophisticated.
So is that overseas? Are they like
No.
spoofing a number?
No,
that's
I mean,
in Texas?
these were American voices. It sounded like a sheriff. It really did. And the deputy sounded like a deputy. I mean, it was sophisticated. It's good.
Wow.
It's really,
How much was the fine?
Like $3,000 for this infraction and $2,000 for that infraction. For these two different things.
And then you're going to bank transfer, so they're going to get your bank numbers.
But I mean, at that point, I caught on. I'm like, no, hold on a second.
How'd you get off of it?
I said I'm going to call my lawyer, and he's like, no. I'm like, you can't tell me I can't call my lawyer. This is bull crap. And I had to calm down. I said to Tina, I said, listen to what just happened to me. This is crazy. Some people I know in Fredericksburg actually went all the way.
Wow.
Yeah, older people,
right.
And they were afraid. They're like, oh,
of course,
it's authority.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure you've got the one that says, this is my favorite Bitcoin scam. It's like, okay, I've installed a spyware on your computer, and I saw what you were doing looking at that porn site, and I've recorded everything, and I'm going to release it all to your friends and on your social media if you don't send me $2,000 in Bitcoin right away. Don't even think about contacting the authorities. Have you ever gotten that one?
No.
They've sophisticated it even more now. They'll use your name and your address.
Oh.
Like, I know you live at this address. It's freaky, man. So that kind of stuff would be nice if we could have AI protect us from that.
Yeah.
If it can do all these wonderful things, focus on that. Help people, save people now.
Yeah,
Elon.
cut out the scamming.
Yeah.